Hello, Facebook, friends, acquaintances. Greetings from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Been nice weather here, warm in the 80s, and it rained yesterday. That was the first time it rained in the couple weeks that I've been here in Vietnam. And but after that it cleared up, and now we're back sunny and warm. So but this time of year, December, it's hot, it's warm, but not as hot as in the actual summertime here. So but yeah, they've got two temperatures here, hot and hotter, here in Vietnam. And it's cooler up north, up there in Hanoi. But down here in the south, it's warm. But I've been enjoying this weather compared to the cold in Ohio. Had to get a break from that cold weather there. So this was a place I've always wanted to visit, and here I am. A lot of us grew up hearing about the Vietnam War, seeing the memorials, and I've always wanted to come to the actual country where a lot of the history happened. And so I've been taking in the history. The War Remnant Museum was very interesting. Got to visit the tunnel network that the Viet Cong used during the war. And yeah, very, very interesting to see some of these war relics and guns and aircraft and all kinds of things like that. And so seeing all the key sites here in Vietnam. There's a lot of places to come see, the markets, and this is one of the parks here. It's a nice area to come and people sit and relax, and you've got the markets all around here. So much to see and do. Everything's within walking distance, of course, being in the city. So a lot of places to walk. And if you don't want to walk, you can take a Grab, which is the Southeast Asia's version of Uber. And it's very simple to use, very easy app to use. And you can either get a actual car or a motorbike. And that's what I've been using, just getting a motorbike. And just hop on the back of it and put your helmet on, they give you, and off you go. Here I'm at the Central Market here in Ho Chi Minh City. You can get anything and everything in there. And they've got a lot of those markets, you know, whatever you need: shirts, clothes, shoes, purses, bags, watches, glasses, and you can haggle and wheel and deal. So that's the name of the game here. It's the norm. Don't accept the first price. You can cut it in half, wheel and deal, meet in the middle somewhere. Don't settle for the first price that they offer you. So far it's been a great trip. I've enjoyed it. It's been relaxing. The food has been wonderful. The Vietnamese food, oh my goodness gracious, absolutely delicious. And oh my gosh, and so cheap. You would be amazed on how affordable it is to live in Vietnam. It'll make you sick to your stomach to hear what the prices are and how much cheaper life is over here compared to the United States. Healthcare, rent, food, groceries. I mean, you can get a meal here, a nice meal, for like $1.50, $2. Okay, you can get a nice hotel for $5, $8 a day. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And I've got a nice place that I'm paying. I think it's not even $20 a day. Nice room, everything I need in it, plus a washer. I can wash my own clothes in there. It's just amazing. Kitchenette, everything. Absolutely incredible. And but this is the way a lot of folks are going now, and this is what I'm gonna do. Is I think the new American dream is to go abroad, especially with the prices of things. And when you can come to places like this, there's other places besides Vietnam. You can go to Malaysia. You got people going to the Philippines. You've got people living in Thailand. You can go a lot of different places that are significantly cheaper, great cost of lower cost of living, and quality of life is just as good. And I don't have to, you don't have to live in the big city. Look at all these motorbikes. And that's how they get around here. Back in the day it was bicycles, but now they've got these motorbikes, and that's their way that they get around this place. And you can even rent them if you want to rent one. I haven't rented one yet, but you can rent them and then just drive yourself around the city. But really amazing how they are able to be in this mass group of motorbikes, and I haven't seen not one accident. And so far it's been safe. I've run into a lot of people from around the world who are tourists here, what is amazing is I've yet to meet one person from the United States here. It's always people from either India, Germany, Lithuania, China, Japan. They're from all other different countries besides the United States. So that's been interesting, that I would take these tours and I'm the only one from the United States on the tour. So that's been very interesting, meeting the different people here. And Vietnam is growing. It's a booming economy. They still need to work on their visa program. It's not very user-friendly. You can only spend 90 days here and then you have to leave and then come back. So the visa system is not very user-friendly compared to, say, going to Thailand or Cambodia or someplace, Malaysia. So that's something they have to work on here in Vietnam. But it's doable. I did it. So it took a couple weeks for my visa to get approved before coming here. And I could stay here for 90 days. And I have multiple entries, so I can go back to Ohio and then I can return. And I think it's almost a year I can come and go here to Vietnam. And my plan is to return here and live in this part of the country. But I'm going to go and investigate other places that offer a retirement visa, which, being military retired, you have to be able to display that you can have a monthly income, pass a background check and those kind of things. So I could definitely qualify for a retirement visa in places like Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand. I think Portugal, Spain offer a retirement visa, so I can just stay there and live there as long as I would like. And so that's what I'm doing. So I've got to get back to Ohio and button up things there. I got a house to get rid of, things to sell, and then pack the bags and get on the plane. And then Jim Bukovic is wheels up, and we are going to go see and do other places around the world. A lot of people, at least for me, are getting fed up with the way things are in the United States. The politics, the political divide. Oh my gosh. They find out how you voted. People get mad at you. Opinions about that doggone Pope thing that people were sticking in their arms during that time. And man, people are getting upset if you don't have the Pope and this and that. And it's just like, it's absolutely ridiculous what's going on in America. And the interesting thing is, since I've been here, nobody has cared whether or not how I voted or not, or whether I'm vaccinated or not, or what kind of house I have, or what kind of car I drive. Nobody cares. And I love it. I absolutely love that. And the people here, they have their scooters, their motorbikes. They live in just basic homes, apartments. And there's none of this, keeping up with the Joneses. At least from my viewpoint, I have not seen that here. And it's quite refreshing, very, very refreshing. And thought maybe I might see some fish or something in there. They do like their fish and their fish sauce. But yes, and I think a lot of people are saying, you know what, there's another way, especially the way the U.S. is, and the costs, housing, healthcare, just everything, the violence, the shootings. You know, I think here, I don't think anybody really has a gun. I don't know if they even have guns in their houses. They don't really have to worry about home invasions that I know of, or the crime that we have in the U.S., where you have to be on your guard in some places. Of course, you got to be careful no matter where you go. But at least for me here, I haven't had any issues with anybody where I felt threatened or my life's in danger or scammed or anything like that. They do have it here, the scams and whatnot, so you got to be smart and use some common sense. But so far I haven't had any issues. And even I've talked to the other solo travelers like myself, female, German backpacker, she was here, Lithuanian girl, and they told me, I talked to them, and they says, yeah, even as women, as female solo travelers, they have felt safe. They haven't had any problems. And so that's pretty good. So anyway, yes, Ho Chi Minh City, and I plan on coming back and go see Da Nang and Dalat, Hanoi. I like to go to Malaysia, Philippines. So those are places I like to go. My heart seems to be for Asia for some reason. I don't know why. And it can get hot and humid, but you know what? I would rather be hot than cold. I do not miss the snow. I don't miss the cold. I don't miss the cloudy, dreary, long Ohio winters. I don't miss that. And I vow that I will never ever spend another winter in Ohio again. The only reason why I'm heading back is because I got a house to get rid of, and all my crap. It's just, at the end of the day, it's just freaking stuff, and I don't miss any of it. All I've got is a piece of luggage and this backpack that I got on my back, and that's it. And you want to know something? I'm doing just fine with just that. I'm doing just fine just with what I have, and I love it. I love it. A little taste of minimalist living, and I think that's where I'm headed. Just minimalist. Imagine I can come and live in a place like this. I no longer have to worry about homeowners insurance, home upkeep. I will sell my vehicle, no vehicle maintenance, no vehicle insurance. I'm not maintaining mowers, cutting grass, brush hogging. None of that. I wouldn't have to worry about any of that anymore. And in in places like this, what the hell? You don't need a vehicle, or if you want to, you can get one of these motorbikes cheap and just get yourself around, use a Grab. And transportation is for like $1 to go from one side of town to the to the next. I mean, it is that cheap. It'll blow your mind. You can buy a whole thing of groceries for like I bought a bunch of stuff for my room, and it came out to like $10. That was it. So it's the dong here. So 25,000 dong to $1, and truly remarkable how cheap things are. It still leaves me scratching my head, and I'm like, I don't understand why more people just don't go abroad. What we're paying in the U.S. is absolutely ridiculous. And it just goes to show, when you come to places like this, how upside down and sideways things are in the United States. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's no reason why things should cost the way that they do in America. And I tell you, even and I would say to single men out there, say you're a lifelong bachelor like myself, or if you're newly divorced, if guys want to reinvent themselves, if they want to find another lady in their life, I tell you, coming to another country is definitely an option. And it's so much easier to date abroad. And that's another plus. So if a man wants to start over and find a nice lady and get married again, or if he still wants to have a family, that is still an option. And of course, you got to vet, just like anybody. And you have to be careful for the gold diggers and all that. But once you sort through it, I've talked to some guys. I've ran into some people from other countries that have Vietnamese wives. So you see it. You see them walking hand in hand down the street. So they're doing it. They're absolutely doing it. And so that's a nice thing. Here, let me show you this other type of transportation. See that bike thing? I forget what they call those, but those were very popular. They had like 2-seater versions of those. And you could get one of those and get pedaled around on one of those things. But anyway, got sidetracked with that, just showing you a little bit of the there's a Grab. There's a Grab bike, or you can get food delivered using those Grabs. So, but yeah, there it is. Just giving you a little bit of an update on me. I'm doing well, taking care of myself as best that I can, and living life day by day, figuring things out. Still the bachelor, and have now decided to travel abroad. Why not? While you're still healthy and capable. I'm retired military, as many of you know, and I thought, there's really no reason to be sitting in Ohio by yourself in a house watching the snowfall when you can be in a place like this. Look at that. Nice trees, greenery, sunshine, warm weather. I'm sweating, but you know what? I love it. I freaking love it that I'm actually hot right now and not freaking shoveling snow or sitting in the house drinking hot cocoa. Ugh. Please, no. No more. No more. And dealing with all that. And it's time to downsize, get rid of the stuff, because that's all it is at the end of the day, is just stuff. Keep it basic, keep it simple, and go have some experiences instead of things. You know what I'm saying? And do it now while you're still young enough, healthy enough to do it. So many people, that's so funny, that little black boy, where did he come from? Playing soccer with the big boys. That was funny. Oh, he got a Vietnamese daddy. That's funny. I wonder where he must have adopted that boy. Anyhow, I digress. And so that's my thing, is do it now while you're still able, and live life. Do the stuff that you want to do. Take those chances. Quit talking about it. Quit thinking about it. Quit dragging your feet. I drug my feet on things. It's like, you know what, Jim? Go. Just go. Book the ticket. Just book the dang ticket, man. Book it. Get some stuff. Pack some stuff. Do some research. And get on the plane and get out of there. And I tell you, this has been absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thoroughly have enjoyed it, not exaggerating. Good food, meeting really some nice people, seeing the experiences here, seeing places, seeing the history, feeling it, tasting it, experiencing it, enjoying the weather, peace, quiet, freedom, free agent, and I realize that what I have is an absolute gift. Absolute gift that I can just pick up and go, do what I want, when I want to. I'm not tied down. And so I'm going to take advantage of it. And I realize that this is me. Maybe I'm just not cut out for all that tying yourself down, living with somebody, getting married, doing the family thing. I have to just finally look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what? It's not for me. But doing what I'm doing right now is for me. And I feel more at peace doing this. I don't really want the additional stress in my life. And why add additional stress and drama and chaos to your life when you don't have to, especially at this stage of the game, at the age of 52. And not against finding a nice lady, but hopefully I'll find somebody that's in the same mindset as me, that just wants to enjoy each other's company and still have our separate places, and then just come together and meet. But then at the end of the evening or after a weekend, she goes back to her place and I go back to mine. That is preferred for me. And I have to finally say, you know what, that's the decision, and that I have to make, and accept that about me, that perhaps I'm just too much of a free bird to get locked down, and then I would feel like I was trapped. And so I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy the freedom, being a free agent, travel the world, see it all before I can't do it anymore. So many people wait later in life. They're pushing that retirement. Well, we're going to wait until we're 62. We're going to wait till we're 63, 68, and then Helen and I are going to retire. Well, guess what happens? They never make it. Or they retire and then they come up with got some health issue, and those dreams of wanting to go travel never came to fruition. And they waited too long. They could have retired early, but I decided to do a couple more years and never made it. And so I say, if you can retire, do it, and go live life and enjoy. Enjoy yourself, and take care of yourself. And that's something I have to remind myself. Take care of you, Jim. Take care of you. Put yourself first. Some people say, well, that's selfish. It's not selfish when you take care of yourself. You put the oxygen mask on first, and then you help your loved one put their oxygen mask on first or second in an emergency in an airplane, right? So this is me. This is my self-care. This is self-preservation. This is what I'm having to do to get through this thing called life. And we're all trying to navigate it, and we're all trying to figure it out. And life is a mystery. And we don't really know what lies beyond. We don't. Nobody's ever come back to tell us. And so you have to do the best you can to enjoy your life experience. Enjoy your life experience. And as best you can, and have fun as best as you can. Because life is, a lot of times, it's suffering. A lot of people suffer. And it's struggle and challenge, and it's an absolute mess, and you can easily lose hope in humanity. You really can. And you can get depressed if you let life and the world get you down. But you have to do the best you can to not get depressed. Don't get to a point where you want to end it all. No, that's tragedy. Don't get to that point. And but still try to enjoy what you can. And that's where I'm at. And life's a process, we're continually getting new information, developing, evolving, growing, and you broaden your horizons. And things change, people change, I've changed. There's a lot of people that would be surprised on what I believe and what I don't believe now. And there are things that I believed in the years past, and I can tell you, I don't believe any of that anymore. I don't. And I can explain it and give you the reasons why. And people will look at me kind of funny, but that's the thing. I don't care. And that's the thing I think we need to all get to, is don't care about what other people think. Quit worrying about what other people think. You gotta be true to yourself. And I've got to be true to myself and not let people pull me into their circle, pull me into their world and their way of thinking, when truth be told, I don't believe like they do. And people will try to suck you in and waste your time and try to get you into their agenda, and oftentimes it's their own program and agenda they got going on. And so you have to be very, very careful who you let in your life and who you join forces with. You really, really do. And so, but when you get to a point in life where you no longer care what other people think and you're thinking for yourself, what a great thing to be when you can actually think for yourself and don't let other people influence you. That's a great place to be too. It's quite liberating, very, very liberating. And like I said, and not even caring anymore. It's like maybe it's an age thing, I don't know. But when you get to that point where I don't care what you think, I really don't. I really don't. And I'm just going to live it the way I'm going to live it. And that's all there is to it. And I don't care. And I love it. Absolutely love it. I love this. And so there it is. The world has just really changed tremendously. It really has, and not for the good either. And so what I have learned is you can't change things. You have to accept it for what it is. And you just have to then negotiate and navigate the world due to those changes that's going on in the world, and people's thought processes and attitudes, and the loss of decency and morals, and just all the stuff that just seems to have just gone down the tubes. And it's very disappointing to see. And not only do you see a lot of this stuff going on in the United States, but it's getting international. And so what am I talking about? For example, feminism. It's coming here. It's here in Southeast Asia when I see it. And that's disappointing. So I think sometimes, for those that want, traditional values, now's the time, because it's slowly creeping in. The Americanized Western way of thinking is going abroad. And so I have noticed it being here in Vietnam, some of the mindset. And I'm thinking, wow, that's a U.S. Western world mindset. But that's okay. Like I said, you have to just accept it, deal with it, and you move on. And that's all I've have done. Anyway, I will stop talking. I hope this finds everybody well, and The Facebook thing, I've been on and off it. You know how Facebook is. You can love it, hate it. What's funny is you can log off of Facebook, and I've been off of it for a little while, and then I log back in on it. And what's funny is nothing's changed. Nothing's changed on Facebook. It's the same stuff. People posting the same crap. You know, it's like nothing's changed on there. I didn't miss a damn thing on that Facebook. I like to call it fake book. And then just all of the advertising that's on there, and then all the videos that are not even related to what, you know, all I want to see is what my friends and family and acquaintances are doing, not all these other random videos that they want to push on you on that Facebook. But I'm on there again. A lot of you guys that I served in the military with are on there. So I can't abandon you guys. I think about you guys all the time. My military family, for sure, since you guys were a major impact and a large part of my adult life. So the military, the U.S. Army was a huge part of me, still a part of me. And it's hard to get rid of a lot of those values and ideas and ways of thinking. And so, but I think about you guys. I see your posts and the units that I served in. I think I have people from every unit I ever served in the military on Facebook, a friend of somebody from a unit. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, I remember you guys. I think about something from the military just about every day. Somebody's, a memory, something. There's kids dancing over there. And but yeah, I won't completely disappear. I'll stay in touch. And I also have my YouTube channel too that I post some things on as well. So I called it Jim Journey because life's a journey. I was going to call it Jim's Journey, but there was already a YouTube channel called that. So I just called it, well, just Jim and then Journey, as in a journey, that we're all on a journey of life. And I'm on a journey in this life. And now I've just now entered a new phase as I plan on living abroad. So I wanted to end the year overseas. I celebrated my 52nd birthday, December 17th. So I wanted to celebrate my birthday overseas, and I will celebrate the new year, 2025, overseas. So I wanted to end the year and start the year on this new journey of living abroad. And so, of course, always be safe. I can hear people saying that. Be safe, Jim. Be careful, Jim. Keep your head on a swivel. Absolutely. I'm being safe, being careful, being watchful, using my head, and taking those chances. You gotta get out. You have to do something. Do something. And so I was just in a lull there in Ohio. I retired. I worked for a while. I took care of an aging parent full time for a while. Father passed away. Then I decided to remodel a house, and COVID hit and all this and that, and we're stuck. And then now, you get into a lull, and then you're asking yourself, well, then now what the heck do you do? And do you go back to work? Do I have to go back to work? No, I'm retired. I'm military retired. And, so it's like, well, shoot, I don't necessarily have to work. It's just myself. And what do you do? So I decided, you know what, Jim? Why don't you go travel? There's a whole world out there, right? Go see it. Go see it. Go travel. Go meet people. If you meet somebody special, a nice lady along the way, great. Wonderful. And meet people, go see things, and find a place that you like, and go be an expat there. There's a lot of people now living abroad and retiring in the Philippines, even places like Serbia, Poland, of all places. People are living there, American people. Yes. You got people picking up or leaving Canada. Canadians saying, screw that. Freaking Canada's got their doggone issues too. They're saying, I'm out of here. And they're living in places like Brazil and other places. Argentina, Ecuador. I might check out that Ecuador too, because they offer a retirement visa there. And it's not that far from the US either. You know, just go down, zip on down to Ecuador and go live down there. Shoot, yeah. Why not? Why not? Hell, I'm single. What's holding me? What's holding me? Nothing. And I gotta hit myself upside the head sometimes to remind myself, you know, Jim, the world's your oyster, man. Go see it. Go do. And so now I finally pulled the trigger on it, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So anyway, there's your update. I probably talked enough. I can keep on talking for days once you get me on a roll. And but anyway, take care. Take some time to see the flowers. Look at that. Beautiful flowers here, all kinds of fruit, all kinds of vegetables and fruit here. Oh my gosh, and cheap. Any type of fruit that you want, you can get because they grow it here, you know? Just amazing. All right, I'll quit talking. You guys take care. Be safe. Be careful.